Welcome back to DG Media's weekly update. What's really happening in the markets? That's our goal every Thursday, 2 p.m. live on Facebook is what's really happening in the markets and what is the media trying to fool you with this week?
That's right. And this week, it's all about vaccines. A couple of weeks ago, you saw that AstraZeneca had a problem in Europe. And now, lo and behold, Johnson & Johnson has a problem here in the States.
Which
now,
I took, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday, all of our friends that had taken the Johnson & Johnson were like, but look, guys, it's again, media sensationalism. 7 million people have taken the Johnson & Johnson shot. 6 had a problem and 1 died. So, and it's yet to be seen if those 6 that had a problem had underlying conditions, if the one that passed away had other things going on. That's why they put a pause on it to investigate. And hey, let's say that's a good thing. But let's not blow this out of proportion, because I'll tell you what, there's probably a lot of people that are much sicker on Coumadin or other blood pressure medication and other things that have a lot of side effects. We know, like Don and I were talking yesterday, you've seen the side effects on the side of a drug.
Well, it's half the commercial. They get all excited about, hey, here's this great thing. It prevents this, helps you with this, blah, blah, blah. And then may cause this, may cause you to like go blind, may cause anal leakage. There's all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. So
nice choice there, Don.
I just thought they'd pay attention to that.
The point is, hey, they're doing the right thing by investigating. 100%. That's cool. But don't let it blow out of proportion. It is, however, having an impact on the markets, isn't it, Don?
It is. So everything has an impact in the market, and that's why we update you weekly, because things can change. Most of the reports you receive and you hear on CNBC and all these are usually 1, 2, 3 months old. And depending on what they want to twist to get you interested, they may twist the report, because one report does not make a trend, but they sure can highlight it, can't they, Gino?
For sure. I mean, look, inflation's been hot. CPI was hot. Not as hot as I thought, but still hot. And the reality is we projected that we're going to have higher inflation. But with this Johnson & Johnson thing coming in, it actually kind of cooled the idea of, hey, maybe the economy is not going to rebound so quickly.
With less vaccination, potential.
Yeah. So because it's very unfortunate, because what this did is a lot of people that were ready to have the vaccine are probably going to second guess themselves now.
Right.
And so that's what it's really doing is, unfortunately, for just a few that got sick, we're creating fear and creating an anti-vax feeling in the country. So it's going to slow down the amount of vaccinations for sure. And hopefully they're able to debunk the myths and get through it real quickly and find out that those people were very unique circumstances.
But like Gino said, it did help interest rates. Interest rates had been going up for the last couple of months. And it's slowly been coming back, because what happens is everybody gets fearful and oversells or gets too worried about inflation when it hasn't impacted our markets. Let's just call it that way. And we're also, when you compare inflation, a lot of times we're comparing it to a year ago. So, of course, inflation at some point last year, because of COVID, was very slow.
It's like negative.
Now we're going back to more normal ones. But when you take out all the slow factors from last year and add in the normal factors now, it makes it seem overheated. And that will back down once we go back to more normal numbers over a year period, because that's what they compare, 12-month history. So once we go back to more normal numbers, we'll be able to see how inflation is really impacting our markets, right, Gino?
Yeah. So you'll see August, September inflation will magically cool down.
Yeah.
So we just have to make it through the summer. We're not that afraid of inflation. However, some of that inflation fear is jumping into Bitcoin. Inflation, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have become a hedge against inflation. And that's really interesting to see that that's what it's becoming. When cryptocurrency first came out, nobody knew what it was, how it was going to work, what it was going to be good for. And now you're starting to see that you're able to buy things with it. There's crypto visas, PayPal's on board, and some of the big banks are getting on board. And it's being
Tesla.
used as a hedge against inflation. So really interesting time for cryptocurrency, and really interesting time for us. But I think we'll get through this Johnson & Johnson scare.
I agree. Just like the AstraZeneca, they're going to find out, and it's good. They're doing their due diligence. Like I said, I took Johnson Johnson. Our partner took Johnson Johnson. She's a little more fearful than us because I'm already
Well, because
5 weeks past it.
because they said it only hurts women, Don. You're not
Right,
that worried about
18
it.
to 48, that type of thing. She's like,
You
oh,
don't
great.
meet either category. You don't meet the age or the gender.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. And again, you're going to continue just briefly. We're going to keep reminding you because the media wants to scare the heck out of you, and they're going to scare you about foreclosures and the next housing bubble. We don't see it. There is no inventory right now. Everyone wants to get back into a home. Rates are incredible. They're lower than they were by 0.25% than they were last year. Even though they've gone up some, they're still lower than they were last year at this time. Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful time to own a home, a wonderful time to also upgrade because your house is at peak market right now. You can sell, move to another home with lower rates. It's a great time to be in the real estate. And we're always here to help you.
Product availability, Don. So if you look back at last year this time, there was not a lot of product because of what was going on with the coronavirus. True. I mean, it was just
we got scared.
A lot of fear. So now we have a lot of product availability. If you're self-employed and you've been told no, there's a lot of opportunities now with bank statement programs. If you're an investor, there's a lot of no-doc investor loans that are out there right now, as long as you put enough down that the property cash flows itself.
Right.
So it's just a really good time to evaluate your investment strategy in real estate and your personal residence as well.
There you go. You heard it right here with DG Media. You can always find more by going to dgmediainc.com. We're very proud of Momentum Builder, that event. You can always, again, we're going to right below, you're going to see that you can still register to hear the amazing presentation for 20 rock star speakers. It was amazing. You're amazing. Thank you for being part of our show today. We'll see you next week.